Australia is known for its snakes, astounding variety of lizards, and man-eating saltwater crocodiles. But it's also a land of birds. There are over 800 species here, and I'll be showing you my favourites. Welcome to Australia, Land of Birds, Part 2. The red goshawk. This is the rarest bird of prey in Australia. They inhabit the woodlands of northern Australia, where they hunt a diverse range of prey, including birds and insects. This pair is gathering dead sticks to construct a nest high in a nearby eucalypt. The nest platform is a rather conspicuous and shambolic mountain of sticks. The early morning light accentuates the red tones of the goshawk's plumage. Hopefully, this nest will support the next generation of this rare raptor. The delicate cup nest of a spectacled monarch. The adult birds return with a near constant supply of insects to feed their two hungry mouths. Some of the insects are surprisingly large for the tiny nestlings. The spectacled monarch occurs down the northeast coast of Australia, where it typically inhabits rainforest. The male red-backed fairy-wren is a spectacular sight, with bold black and red plumage. Like Australia's other fairy-wrens, they typically remain well hidden in dense vegetation where family parties search for insects. The females and males in non-breeding plumage are a uniform beige, lacking the spectacular colours of the breeding male. At only 13 centimetres, these are tiny birds. They inhabit the grasslands and other dense vegetation across northern and northeastern Australia. The rainbow bee-eater is the only Australian representative of the bee-eater family, which comprises over 20 species. These beautiful birds are highly adept in the sky, darting acrobatically in pursuit of flying insects. However, despite being at home in the sky, bee-eaters actually nest in the ground, digging a tunnel up to a metre in length and replete with a nest chamber in which 3 to 7 eggs are laid. The brown cuckoo-dove is a large dove up to 45 centimetres in length. They inhabit the forests of eastern Australia, where they feed on fruiting trees, sometimes eating some surprisingly large fruits, which are swallowed with a few forceful thrusts of the head. The bush stone-curlew is one of my favourite Australian birds. They are nocturnal, emerging at night to feed on the ground where they consume a variety of small prey. They keep in contact using an eerie wailing call. At night in the outback, this can be a little disconcerting, as it is not dissimilar to a distant screaming person. During the day, they rely on their exceptional camouflage to remain concealed while they rest gracefully in the shade. A male purple-crowned fairy-wren. These beautiful but secretive birds inhabit dense cane grass along rivers and creeks. They occur in two confined distributions, one in the Kimberley region of northwestern Australia and another further east in the Gulf of Carpentaria. Sadly, the Kimberley population is now listed as endangered due to the loss of crucial riverside vegetation, which has largely been trampled by cattle. The fan-tailed cuckoo inhabits the forests of eastern and southern Australia, where its call is a familiar sound. Like other cuckoos, this species is parasitic, laying its eggs in the nests of unsuspecting birds, particularly those of thornbills and scrub wrens. A common resident of southeastern Australia, the Musk Lorikeet feeds in small flocks on nectar from flowering trees. They are noisy and gregarious, but their predominantly green plumage provides good camouflage in the canopy of eucalyptus trees. This is one of 6 lorikeet species which inhabit Australia. The Tasmanian Native-hen. As their name alludes, this species is endemic to Tasmania and is one of only 3 flightless Australian birds, the others being the cassowary and the emu. Tasmanian native hens are common and typically live around swamps and lakes where they feed on seeds, leaves and insects. The Comb-crested Jacana is at home on the billabongs of northern Australia. Using extremely long toes to distribute their weight, jacanas can walk across floating aquatic vegetation, such as lily pads. These remarkable birds even breed on the water, building a nest on floating aquatic plants. This is Australia's only jacana species, although a total of 7 occur throughout the tropical regions of the world. Their diet primarily consists of small invertebrates which they collect from aquatic vegetation. Sometimes the birds pull aquatic plants onto their lily pad where they can easily reach their prey. Brown honeyeaters are small, highly active birds which principally feed on nectar but also pursue insects. This pair is building a nest, weaving the fine tendrils of paper bark into a delicate cup. They check the size and stomp the bark down with their tiny feet to get it just right. At the other end of the honeyeater size spectrum is the noisy Friarbird, which possesses a distinctive bald head and pronounced knob on its beak. These 35 centimetre long honeyeaters are conspicuous. They often feed in groups, which noisily squabble among themselves and aggressively drive other honeyeaters away from flowering trees. Stay tuned for the next episode of Australia, Land of Birds. And if you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next.